Now, I don't often do videos like this, but as I'm 300 miles away from home at a wedding, congratulations Marcus and Jenny, I thought I had to visit this place because it is insane. It is one of the only shops like this in the UK, and I wanted to bring you all with me. Now, I didn't know if I was going to be able to show you this first aquarium you come across when you enter the Horizon shop. Now, this is Pavel Kalender's new Aquascape, and it is amazing. They didn't have the video ready for this tank when I was last here, so I didn't want to show it off before they released the video themselves, but it is over on Horizon's YouTube channel now, and it looks amazing. That big rocky canyon, the roots, the green neons, oh, I love it. Now, Horizon Aquatics is set out completely differently to pretty much any other shop I have ever been on. Obviously, their main focus is aquascaping, and this is the first room you come into. Well, the second room after the till and clothes and cool bits over there. And this is full of wood and rocks. Honestly, it's like, I don't even know where to start. It feels like it's going to be a very expensive day for me, but I've got no scapes planned, so I'm not even sure what I would buy here, but you have got everything. Now, I have wanted to visit here for ages just because of the photos and the videos, and everything you see online makes it out to be this absolute, like, Aladdin's cave of treasures, and I'm not disappointed. There is so much stuff here, and like, you look under the wooden bit here and there's more rocks tucked in, and there's different sands and gravels, and I wish this shop was closer to me. Now, a really big thing in the aquascaping room, I suppose you would call it, is the dojo. I think that's what they call it anyway, isn't it? But you can measure out your tank and have a bit of a play around and work out what bits of wood and rock, and yeah, work out what you want to do with your scape. And I think that's really important, because how hard is it to get that scape that's in your head into your tank when, you know, you're in a shop with what, 30, 40, 50 different aquariums in, all of them different shapes, all of them different sizes, and you're there going, I think it's about this big, and yeah, I think that bit of wood will fit in somehow. I think this is super important to have for people getting their aquascapes ready. So one of the big things I'm loving is the variation you're getting from like talawa or talawa wood, or however you want to say that, to big bits of corbo and cork bark like I used in my big, what was that, like paludarium split level tank. I'll put a link if you want to see it. But you've got azalea woods and different types of rooting woods. I just don't even know where to start or even to look. I think it's that bit, this small bit here, as random as it is, I'm really quite liking, so I might keep that to one side for a minute. And then I like that they've started doing their own range of like scatter sands and gravels and things like that. There's some really, really nice ones. This one, this ember gravel, is probably one of my favourites because of the mixture of sizes in there. Ooh, another thing I might need to get today. One of the coolest things about this shop is the fact that everything is divided into little rooms. So that's like the hardscape, rock, I don't know, botanicals room. And then next door you've got like the starting of the fish room. So this is definitely a cool room. So this is all like nano species. So things like green rasboras and Tucano tetras, some of your old favourites like galaxy rasboras or celestial peridanios, whatever name you want to put them under now, are in this room alongside some amazing betters up in the top. Like, this is a cool fish room, the way it's lit, the way it's set up, the way it's in like a little office studio. It's just really different. Like, normally fish shops are that big open room, all the tanks are dotted about everywhere, but each of these having their own little rooms is really cool. And then some displays on this side. Now, these aren't necessarily aquariums. These are a mixture of, well, paludariums, vivariums, air plants, all of those sort of things. So it's a little bit different to what I would normally keep at home, but I really like it. Like, this one with the moss back wall is just, insane. So the weird pits that you see at the bottom, they were just telling me that they're starting to grow some new plants down here. So it's preparation for that. It's not a design choice to do that. Now, they did tell me they're quite lightly stocked at the moment, but there is still tons and tons of cool shrimps and fish, all still here. So I'm not sure what they're talking about. This looks really well stocked to me. Now, as exciting as those first two rooms are, there is a next room that, well, some of you would say isn't as exciting. To me, I quite like products and quite like dry goods and bits and pieces. So the next room's quite exciting. It's the last room that you'll all be absolutely blown away by. And this is the dry goods room, which is full of liquids and fertilizers and filters and just anything you need to get one of the awesome aquascapes that I'm going to show you, well, actually in the next room, going. Like, everything you want. Filtration, heaters, food, liquids. Optimus and Satus from NT Labs, shout out to them. Let me take you through. You can see all this online. If you want to show all this stuff, it's not exciting. The next room is the one. Now, the first time I walked around, I actually skipped past this tank and all of these plants on this side. So this time, I'm not going to skip past this. I'm going to show you this tank because, again, this is cool. So this is like a proper rainforest jungle vibe aquarium. You've got a water wall coming down the back and feeding all that moss that you can see. Just makes it look great. Proper rainforest vibes. And then this is that talawa or talawa wood, however you want to say it, with loads of plants growing in amongst it. Now, in the wide shot, you can't actually see the fish, but there are fish living in the bottom. Now, these are specific things that go onto these tanks, so you can sort of see the box that's behind there, and it's actually a mist wall. So the water comes out of the front, down the front, and then makes all that moss grow really lush and really green. And then it's just placed on top of this shallow aquarium. Now, I believe that all of the tanks that I'm showing you and all the ones that I'm about to show you are available over on the Horizon Aquatics YouTube channel. So you can see builds for all of these over there if you want to hop on over there. So in this last room, it's the biggest room, and what's behind the camera looks awesome, and I'll turn you around, I promise I'll show you in a second. But we have got the biggest wall of in vitro plants that I have seen in a very, very long time, and there are some that I have never ever heard of. Like, it's amazing. Like, so many plants, but I'm not going home for another 3 or 4 days, and I haven't got any scapes lined up, so I'm not sure I will buy any plants. But, well, they would last in vitro pots for ages, so maybe I will pick up a few. And then you've got a wall of fish. Now, you might not be able to see me because it is lit to perfection for the aquariums rather than obviously me filming in here. But there are, again, so many proper classic aquarium fish in this shop. Cardinals, rummy noses, neons. It's what I've always said. So many shops focus on having these weird and wonderful and oddball fish, and that's not to say that they haven't got them. I've seen some lovely Corydoras and some lovely catfish and some rare, very rare tetras actually. But focusing on the stuff like that foundation level, those beautiful classic aquarium fish, is where I am at. Like, pentazona barbs as well. Like, so many cool fish. I actually just spotted these as well, which are the red cherry tetra. So a bit like an ember tetra, but get a little bit bigger and a fair amount redder. This is the sort of thing I mean. The more you look, the more you see interesting little fish that, honestly, down around my neck of the woods, I haven't seen these in a long time. And if you don't like in vitro plants, they've got potted plants. Like, this is my first time here, and honestly, my mind is blown. There's just every plant you could want, every single plant that you want. And also, it's midweek right now that I'm here, which is normally for aquarium shops the worst time to visit, because all the new deliveries are sort of lined up and ready to come in for the weekend. So you're probably seeing this in this video almost at its lowest stock or worst, because, well, I'd expect more deliveries to be coming in at the end of the week. And there's just so many cool plants. Right, I promised you I'd show you. You can sort of see it sneaking in at the back. Let me show you what I've been talking about this whole time, and pretty much the reason I wanted to visit here. And this is it. The aquascaping gallery at Horizon Aquatics. What an absolute insane place that I've watched on videos and seen in different aquascapers channels, and now I'm here sat in amongst it. And well, the shop shuts in an hour, and I am going to struggle to get out of here in an hour because there's just so much to see. Now we'll try and give you a little rundown of all the tanks that are here, but there are so many, with so many different plants and so many different species of fish, created by so many great people. I'm probably going to struggle to get it all into one video. But as I've said, if you want to head over to the Horizon Aquatics YouTube channel, you'll be able to see all the builds and all the info and everything you want on all of these tanks. This is not a sponsored video. No one's paid me to be here. It is just a trip I have been wanting to make for so long. Now, I was just trying to think of what to say about some of these tanks, and I was like, oh, that's my favorite. No, that's my favorite. It's almost impossible. Like this one that I've started with, which was just consequently the first one that I looked at. It's just really nice. The pebbles in the bottom, the branches, and the sort of simple bogwood structure or driftwood structure, whatever you want to call it. It's just really simple and really nice, and I love it. It's achievable for the majority of people out there, and it looks so good. One thing I really like about all the tanks in this room is every single one's sort of a different style, because you've had so many different people come in and scape a tank in their style. It makes every single one so individual. Even if two people have a go at the same sort of, I don't know, Iwagumi style or nature style, they will come out different. Even if they used the same 3 rocks and the same wood or whatever, each one would have its own personality, I guess you would say. See, this one sets a different vibe again, with those bits of wood sort of jumping from stone to stone, and having these under and over arches just makes it sort of, it's going to sound stupid, more 3-dimensional. The fish and the shrimp can go in and under. You know, a fish always likes a bridge. Everyone has bridge ornaments, and this one's done with natural wood and rock. Now, the colour on this next one is insane. Those reds just absolutely pop. Look at them. Teamed up with the flame tetras and diamond tetras, and even a few pencilfish hiding in amongst the plants. It's just a great coloured tank. Imagine that in your front room with that pop of red. It's gonna stand out so well. And then from that red one to this ultimately green jungle is an amazing shift. Just look at how green and lush that tank is. And there are a stunning pair of super red crebensis living in here that look amazing. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. Now, I really like this one because the exposed sort of wood and rock, and you're getting that real rooty vibe from it. And yeah, I really like that. But to be honest, I like them all. It's really hard to think which one. No, none of them are the best. They're all amazing. Now, not that you can probably see me, but who cares when you've got tanks like this? Obviously, they're just gearing up for a new aquascape coming soon, so that'll be the one that's behind me. But one of the things I really like is you've got different light units, different CO2 systems, different filtration, and ultimately lots of different setups, which makes each tank sort of different and geared towards its own thing. It's nice not to show off just one brand over the whole thing, all the same light, all the same filter. You need this. There are many different ways of keeping these aquariums looking as good as they do. In this next one is an awesome group of fish. Now, these are proper classic aquarium fish. These are golden white cloud mountain minnows, and look at them in a beautiful scape. They look great, but they've been looked down upon almost in most places because they're a gold white cloud. They're a classic fish, but I love my white clouds. I don't have any gold, but I love my white clouds at home, and they look great in this aquascape. Just stunning. And again, that clean white sand, those grey pebbles, and all the lush coloured plants in the back just makes it look amazing. I'm in awe of this place. Now, this one is a fresh one. This one has only been set up for a few weeks now, but it is growing in amazingly. Obviously, this is going to be like a Dutch style one. So you can see that big swathe of red plants coming through the middle and all the greens around it. But this is going to look amazing once it's settled in. Obviously, I expect these were all in vitro plants, and you can already see the growth that they've put on from being in those small pots to being in this tank. So another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this tank is going to look better and better. Now, a bit of a contrast to the last one. This is quite, well, rock heavy in the middle, even though the plants have grown in really well and softened everything up. Yeah, you can still see the hardscape in this with those twigs and root reaching out the top. Looks amazing, and that big bunch of Bucephalanda in the middle looks lush. Like, this is probably, no, I can't say it, this isn't my favorite one because I could sit in front of all of them for hours on end, but yeah, I do like something about this one. Now, this is a cool aquascape. It's actually really hard to film because this bottom right hand corner has actually got plants in it, but it's so dark and so bright in two different areas. But that impact is just outstanding. Look at the colour. The wood that has been used on this is so cool, and it almost looks like it was once one piece that's snapped in half and has sort of been left. This one's giving me some inspiration because this one, I just like what's been done with the wood. I think that's a cool style. And then last but not least is one of the smallest ones in this room, but the amount of plants that are packed in there is crazy. All those colours, those shapes. Yeah, I'm a big fan. It is one of the smallest, but it's definitely one of the most impacting. Thanks to everyone at Horizon, James, Nicole, Rachel, for letting me keep them back late and not going home as early and allowing me to film all of this. Obviously, if you are in the area, I'll drop all the description for where this place is down in the comments or description somewhere down below. But it's Horizon Aquatics. Literally, if you want to come to somewhere that's just got amazing displays like this, it's well worth the journey. It's nearly 6 hours away from my house, and I would do it all again. Plus, it's quite dark in here, and you probably can't see me, and I'm just talking as a shadow, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The tanks are what counts. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to see all these tanks being built, go over to the Horizon YouTube channel and you'll be able to find them over there. And as always, see you in the next one.